Yeah,
So first question, how are you doing today?
doing great, brother. How are you doing?
I'm alright. I just got your email in the middle of my history lesson, so I quickly came home from school. But yeah, I
Oh,
just want to say congrats on beating DK. How does it feel to get a win? There's no controversy. You just got him knocked out on the floor. Nobody can say anything.
feels great because obviously my first two wins were controversial wins, so I'm happy I was able to knock him out with no decision.
Yeah, and talking about your other two fights, which of them would you say was harder?
The Temper fight, even though Sensei's the better fighter, Temper was the harder fight because we didn't know what we were coming up against, and obviously he's a tall southpaw, and
Yeah,
even professional boxers don't take a fight like that
yeah,
until like 15 fights in their professional career. So I
yeah,
had to adapt to the night.
yeah. Do you reckon if you got that rematch, do you reckon you beat him?
100 million% I'll beat him.
Is that
But I know he will come. I know he will come in ready because I feel like he probably underestimated me in the first fight
yeah,
because of his fighting experience. But this time when we fight again, he will come in better. But I'll still beat him because I know how to beat him.
yeah? And talking about your next fight, when do you think your next fight's going to be?
Hopefully in February. I'm trying to finalize an opponent,
Yeah.
but
Any
yeah.
any names that are close to being agreed?
There's a few names in talks. We got Jay, Alex, for now, trying to make one of them
Yeah.
happen. So we'll see what happens.
What about Slim? I know obviously he's got a fight. I just wanted to know what do you think about his fight? 'Cause I see a lot of people on Twitter saying Tom Zanetti's not a really good fighter after Slim's had so much experience.
Yeah, so I think Slim's in the stage where he's just trying to stay active until he gets a super competitive fight.
Yeah.
This happens all the time in pro boxing. As you know, you follow boxing, right?
Yeah, I'm a big boxing fan.
Well, obviously, the YouTube audience won't understand
Yeah,
what 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 that kind of fight is for Slim. He's obviously going to beat Zanetti
yeah,
because Slim is the more experienced guy, but he's ticking over until his next fight after Zanetti will probably be a challenging fight.
yeah. And talking about your boxing career, obviously boxing is a very tough sport, and obviously being a big influencer, there's a lot of pressure. How have you coped with the pressure of just like being a big influencer and having that pressure along with just the toughness of boxing itself?
As in when you say being an influencer, like as in
Like
like
just
posting on YouTube.
the pressure.
I don't think there's any. I don't think there's any pressure. I would say there's obviously more eyes on us because we have a following. So there's a lot of people that are expecting
Mm,
us to fight a certain way or to win a certain way. Or but at the end of the day, if you got a game plan, you go in there, just do what you're trained to do.
yeah,
You just have to ignore all the outside noise and just that doesn't really mean anything at the end of the day.
yeah. So you sparred with KSI, haven't you?
Yeah.
How did that go?
Well. It was a very good spar. The whole gym was watching. Everyone clapped afterwards because it was like a fight. That's
Yeah,
how good it was. I would have paid £100 to watch that footage back. I wish I recorded it.
yeah. You talk about. You said I remember I saw in a clip you said that Deji is your brother and you'd never fight him, but if the opportunity
I
came
never
around,
him.
would you jump in with KSI?
With who? KSI or Deji?
With KSI,
Yeah, 100%. Give me 10 mil and I fight him.
do you reckon you'd win?
Who? KSI?
Yeah,
I reckon I'll knock him out in one round
one round.
in 30 seconds. I'll
So
land my right hook.
speaking about KSI, he's fighting Dylan Dennis. I'm presuming that you're backing KSI. You think that'll be an easy fight for him?
Yeah, I'm back in. Yeah, obviously I'm back in KSI. Dylan Dennis has been out of fighting for a very long time. KSI has been active and he's just been training boxing. So KSI, I've got him to win definitely.
Yeah. And KSI versus Jake Paul, obviously that's the big fight that everyone's talking about YouTube boxing. Do you think
Yeah,
do you think KSI would win that fight?
yeah,
How,
yeah. I
how
think it'll be a tough fight though. They will be both going at it because they actually hate each other. But KSI
yeah,
will win because Jake hasn't really fought anyone that just pressures him or just comes forward. So I think it'll be an interesting fight once it happens.
yeah. So I know. Do you think you're saying that as out of genuine belief, or do you think you'd say that because KSI is your friend? Because obviously Jake Paul, on the face of it, he's fought top level. Obviously, a lot of them have been quite old, but Anderson Silva, he's no pushover. So is that a genuine or?
Yeah, because styles make fights.
Yeah,
that's what people don't understand. If Jake Paul has never fought someone who's a pressure fighter like KSI, he's gonna struggle.
Yeah.
But obviously, I think Jake Paul, the only edge that Jake Paul has is experience. He's fought more experienced guys.
Yeah.
But
KSI's.
I think KSI has more of the dog and the heart in him over Jake.
So who would you say your top 3 pound for pound in the influencer scene?
So I'm number 1.
Yeah.
Beetlejuice is number 2, and number 3 is Little Man.
Little Man. I'm not gonna lie. I think Little Man's smoky. I'm not gonna lie. Little Man. Okay, now you said you beat KSI in 30 seconds. Little Man, I couldn't beat you in 25 seconds.
I'll beat them all just with my jab.
Yeah,
everyone.
I think Little Man might struggle past your jab, maybe.
Exactly, he won't even be able to touch me.
Do you reckon any of the other Beta Squad boys would jump in the ring?
No, unless you pay them millions. I think Chunks wants $1 million to fight.
$1 million.
AJ could fight.
Yeah. Who do you reckon, if they all, let's just say, they all had 6-month camp, training properly, who do you reckon would be the best? Obviously, AJ.
Oh, actually, Chunks. Between Chunks and AJ, they can fight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about Nico?
Nico is not a fighter. No, he wouldn't fight. He hates fighting.
Yeah.
He hates it.
So, the Beta Squad boys, how much of an influence do they play when you're training in your fight? So are they motivating you? Because obviously you do videos, you do content. There will be a lot of distractions. Do they kind of keep you in line?
Yeah. So obviously they've restructured the whole filming schedule for me, so I can focus.
Really?
Yeah. So I can train in the morning, and then after training, I go straight to the filming shoot. Because whereas before we would film all day.
Yeah.
So I had to tell them I need the mornings prioritized to train.
Yeah.
So yeah, they've helped me with that.
Yeah, and a bit about Daly. I'm sure. Obviously, as the viewers will know, Daly is your brother. He's also your boxing trainer. How much of an influence do you think Daly has had on your boxing career?
A lot, because he's obviously my trainer. So I train with him day in, day out. He's obviously improved me massively from start to finish when I couldn't box like a year and a half ago. And now I look great compared to a lot of the that's been doing it for years.
Yeah, obviously, that's something I was going to say is that you're still, in terms of a lot of professional boxers, you're relatively a novice still. You've still got a lot to learn, and you've not been boxing for long. But you look very good for the amount of time that you've actually been boxing.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you.
And also, Deji is obviously with Daly as well. I just wanted, do you know how that came around? Did you reach out to Deji and say, "Look, I've got a good trainer here, come," or did?
No, so the Showstar event in March.
Yeah.
Where he was fighting Alex and I was fighting Temper. I think they were filming the promo in our gym.
Yeah.
And what happened actually? He saw me training with Daly.
Yeah.
And Daly's manager and Daly was like, "Wow, he's sick. He's only been training for I think at the time I'd only been training for 7 months or 8 months." And I was looking sick. And then he was just like, "Wow, you look good. We should train some time." I was like, "Yeah." And then I met him again. We filmed together with Beta Squad. We did a Mafia video.
Oh yeah.
And afterwards, then afterwards he was like, "Yo, bro, can I come train with you?" I was like, "Yeah." Message my brother and see if he can get you in. And then he joined us for that.
Have you? Obviously, you said you've never been in a real fight with Deji. Have you sparred him?
Yeah, we spar all the time.
Yeah. Who do you think's better out of KSI and Deji?
I think, because their styles are very different. I think Deji's obviously more slick.
Yeah.
But KSI has more power and heart.
Yeah.
And obviously I spar Deji all the time.
Yeah, so you're more used to.
I'm more used to Deji, yeah. So it's very hard to compare them. Basically, I've only sparred KSI once.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So obviously Deji, big fight against Mayweather. Did you think? Obviously, I've seen KSI obviously said that he didn't really train enough. Do you agree with that, or because I'm presuming you would have been in there training with him? Do you think Deji put enough into that fight?
Yeah, I mean, he did the best that he could do for the fight, right?
Yeah.
Obviously, he's fighting the best in the world, so there's only so much he can do.
Yeah,
I was like to him to just go in there and have fun, to be honest, because no one's expecting you to win.
yeah, exactly. And last thing about YouTube boxing, like, what do you think about the critics that say there's obviously the traditional boxing purists? They'll often say that it's a bad thing for boxing. Do you think, if you're being honest, do you think it is a good thing or a bad thing for boxing?
It's a good thing because we're bringing more eyes, especially to the younger audience.
Yeah,
Uh, we're introducing them to boxing, and for the people that say that, it's not like pro boxing is clean. You got people that are failing drug tests, and you
yeah,
got Tyson Fury fighting Chisora for the third time that no one wants to see that,
yeah,
and you got fights that just keeps getting delayed to be made.
yeah.
Um,
Are you
People
go-
in certain divisions not just ducking
Yeah,
everyone, so it's a mess as well. So I actually think YouTube boxing is better in terms of entertainment
yeah. Are you going to
because
that?
we all fight each other.
Are you going to that fight tomorrow, the Fury Chisora fight?
Nah, nah,
It's
nah.
not
I'll be
interested.
watching it though.
Yeah,
No. But I'll be watching it though because
yeah.
I watch the fights.
Who you picking
Yeah.
for that Fury, or he's seen
Well,
upset?
obviously Fury. Yeah.
Yeah. Who are your favourite boxers, like professional boxers wise?
I have a lot. So I got Canelo. I like Tyson Fury. I like Shakur Stevenson. I like Devin Haney. I like Tank.
Yeah,
Ryan Garcia. Who else do I like? Obviously Floyd. I like Roy Jones as well.
yeah,
Roy Jones is like old school. I actually watch him a lot, and that's where
yeah,
I get some tricks from him as well.
yeah. Do you
Yeah, I
like
think those are the ones that came up from the top
AJ?
of my head.
Little Nigerian connection with AJ.
Oh yeah, how the hell did I forget about Anthony George? Yeah, of
I've got him in
course.
got him in the back. I've got a bit of a dodgy setup.
Yeah, I can see him in the back. Yeah,
Yeah.
of course,
Do you like
AJ.
do you like UFC?
I only watch the big fights. I don't really follow it like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, same. But yeah, so talk regarding the more on professional boxing. Obviously, you touched on it a bit before. Conor Benn, Eubank. Obviously, Conor Benn failed a drugs test. Do you think
Yeah.
that, obviously, because you're in the professional boxing scene now, I guess, do you think that goes on a lot, and it's just not really
Well, as in people failing their drug tests.
just people taking drugs?
Yeah. I think there's a lot of people at top level taking. Because remember, Tyson Fury failed the drugs test.
Yeah,
Jared Miller failed the
Wild
drugs
Boar.
test. Dillian White failed the drugs test.
yeah,
A lot of them fail drugs tests, but I don't know how they just get away with it.
yeah,
They spend their license for a bit and then they're back to boxing again.
yeah.
So I do think at the top level, but I know it's fucked, but at the same time I understand it because they're training for 12 rounds.
Yeah,
So they probably train for like 4 to 5 hours a day, and yeah, it is bad for the sport though because that's basically cheating.
yeah. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah. So obviously in the influence of boxing, would you how far do you think this can go? Do you think you can go the Jake Paul route? Obviously, he says that he thinks he's going to be light heavyweight champion of the world. Do you
Yeah,
do you see
he will
yourself?
never be like heavyweight champion. He would have to be who? Bivol, isn't he the champion?
Yeah, he will beat
He would
Canelo.
never beat Bivol
Yeah.
or Canelo. Yeah, there's no way. But I think he says that just for headlines. But at
Yeah.
the same time, I don't think he'll ever beat Jake Paul. Will ever be world level, but he could beat some professional boxers.
Yeah.
Some of them. Yeah,
And where do you
world level.
do you just want to keep boxing influencers, or would you ever go into the actual professional game?
Yeah, but I'd have to be strategic
Yeah.
and pick smart fights. Yeah.
Yeah. So, obviously KSI back on influencer boxing, fighting Dylan Dennis. Do you think he'll go after Dylan Dennis straight to Jake Paul? Do you think he'll have another tune-up fight?
Nah, he should have another tune-up fight. I think.
Like what, Tommy Fury?
Yeah, I think. I mean, I don't really know who he's going to choose. Tommy Fury would be great, but I think he should have at least 2 elite level fights before Jake Paul, because obviously Jake Paul he's been fighting experienced MMA fighters. Yes, they're retired, but
Yeah.
they're experienced fighting. So
Yeah. Oh yeah. So obviously, we met at the Adam Azim fight. Did you go to see Adam Azim, or I know you were there for Shannon as well?
Yeah.
Did you go? Who did
I was
you?
there for Shannon, Adam, and George, my friend George Mitchell.
Yeah. Do you think obviously Adam Azim, he's like everyone's saying he's going to be the next big thing. You know, he's Sky Sports' golden boy right now. Do you think he's going to live up to that?
Well, yeah, 100%. That performance was devastating.
Yeah.
He absolutely destroyed him.
Yeah,
Like, apparently someone said he's got ADHD. That's why he's so good. But I don't see where's the correlation in that, in having ADHD and being good at boxing.
yeah, that's a bit
Yeah,
weird.
he destroyed him.
Yeah, do you know that ringside video that I sent you? It's got millions of views now, and I've just got no.
Yeah.
I have no credit for it. But
Really? Did no one credit you?
nah,
Wow.
didn't get tagged. But yeah. So thank you for this interview. Obviously, you didn't have to do it. I'm not really. This is my first ever interview, so obviously you can tell I'm a bit nervous. But I just want to say thank you for coming on. But yeah, so I'll stop the recording.
No worries.
Thank you for watching this interview. I hope you've really enjoyed it. And obviously, another massive thank you to Kenny. You didn't need to do this, obviously. I've literally got 0 subscribers at the time of recording this. But yeah, if you're not subscribed to him, obviously subscribe. Great boxer, great YouTuber. And comment down below any tips you've got for me, how to improve on my interviewing skills. Because obviously, this is my first ever interview. I was stuttering a lot. I said yeah a lot. But hopefully you guys still enjoyed it, and comment some more people you would like to see me interview, and I'll try my best to get some good guests on and good people to interview. But yeah,